Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Total War Warhammer 3, where today, hopefully we're getting our 4th Demon Soul. At least we're getting on the path to getting our 4th Demon Soul. But I do want to heal up just a little bit more before we step through the thing here. So we'll give Greasus like 1 or 2 more turns. Did we... Okay, we don't have the ability to do fast recovery, or to do fast recruitment. If this was available, I would definitely at least consider taking the global recruitment reduction, folding these 2 units of Iron Guts together and hiring in a new unit of Iron Guts, but it's fine. We can wait a second. Nobody else is even in the realm we're gonna go to anyway. So, Malgut, what's up with you? Malgut, in theory, can attack this horribly wounded. Yeah, that seems like a thing worth doing. Do we have the ability to hire next turn? Next turn we can hire a new butcher. Okay, yeah, let's go feast.
Show you who's boss.
Cowardice.
I'm the boss. Got it?
I guess what we should do here probably
Keep
is
moving or else.
yeah, march mode.
On
And
your feet.
put ourselves in a position where he can't just run past us.
Gonna be over, tyrant, one day.
We do have the ability to push. Do I want to do this? Is this the right camp? Because we should do this somewhere. I don't know. Hold on. We'll come back to it. Because we have other camps that are presumably in more secure positions, right? Let's move up here.
Knocks. We're into the
I guess there's no reason to actually attack right now, right? Like, or there's no reason to move all the way forward because we can't attack. So let's sit in ambush mode on account of I am concerned about a demon army appearing right in front of us. Reasonably, I think.
Seeking ingredients.
All right, your job is to get up here and play a little bit of defense. Granite Spikes needs the best defenses possible. Okay, so we don't have enough money for that camp upgrade anyway.
I smell a
Let's keep an eye on what Tzeentch is doing, since he definitely has a real spite on for us.
The fire mouth chose me.
Oh, right, this is still open. We should close this. Yeah. That's what I was doing. I was like, why is Og even over here? But that makes sense. Let us not allow that. And Drulg the Titan Leveler is pretty much just hanging out over here and keeping an eye on stuff, right? I don't think we need to actually do anything. I guess we could step a little deeper.
Fire belly on the move.
Because the camp alone gives us vision out to here, right? We could see this area even when Drulg was around there. So, I think all of that makes sense. And we got Targog, who is running for... I guess we can actually stop for a turn, can't we? Ah, it's a shame that our normal stance doesn't quite make it to the city.
Keep moving.
It would have been nice to do a turn of recruitment. Let's go ahead and stop in the city. We'll take the good replenishment for a turn, because I think we should still be able to reach the portal with normal movement from there. And oh, you know,
Tyrant of the tribe.
if I had popped the movement speed thing on the Great Maw, I wonder if that would have given us enough normal movement to get here, and so we could have spent the turn recruiting something as well. Whatever, it's fine. It's probably not going to matter. And Vrud was kind of headed this way. Okay, I think that's about the best plan we got. Greasus is good where he is. We're not really very rich. Okay. So really hoping nobody else enters the Slaanesh realm, because it would definitely complicate our entrance. So even if our nearest competitor does manage to get their 4th soul right now, I think we'll be okay. because they won't go to the Forge of Souls until the next roar, and we're going to be able to do the same thing and just win the game before they can. In theory, provided I make sure I'm keeping Greasus near a portal site. It would be pretty cool to see this this whole like chaos infested area here become ogre territory, and it does seem like we have a fair number of allied armies headed in that direction, so that could totally happen.
You've proven yourself useful to the others.
What's happening? A defensive alliance with the vampire counts who are at war with everyone in the world except for the people we like. You know what? Sure. I'll take 1,500 gold. I don't actually care about the alliance. Oh, Sylvania is currently like 0 armies. That's their whole military probably. Y'all, how are you doing such a bad job? I don't know. I'm sure it's because the Orthodoxy is being a total nightmare. Makes sense to me. So that Northern Province's army just didn't move, the one that we trapped. They're just gonna sit there and let us eat them. Which I guess I appreciate. Hooray! The gold standard.
Gracious, the shockingly obese.
Alright, can we just... Yeah, we can go straight to it. The Dark Prince's realm, please. Ah. And Khorne has taken back his armaments. Weird that the camera didn't follow us. But yeah, that's eating up our whole movement for the turn anyway, so we can remain in our encampment and get another turn of healing here and then start moving on. Malgut, like we said, gets a free lunch.
'Cause I said so.
God, the cowardice is so nonstop. Pyrrhic, huh? Okay, well, feasting will kill us all, apparently. Alright, then I guess we have to do this manually, because I'd like... Hold on a second, there's one level of feasting... Yeah, okay, it just makes things worse. That's so weird. You know what, maybe I just accept this, because I don't really want to play the battle. I don't think this is one of those ones where it would be really bad for us if we did it manually. I just don't want to do it. Okay, cool. That's enough to save them.
The loser gets eaten.
I was gonna say, you know, fuck it, we'll rehire our Dragon Guard, but not necessary. It turns out.
No good meat on them. I'll eat any challenge.
Okay, what do we still want from you? Of course, we can just drop more stuff in the red line. Does it make sense to do that? His army is made up of kind of weird troops.
I win again.
I guess, though, we do have Iron Guts, right? We may as well finish off Best Eaters.
All mine.
And then your deal is you're headed back to Shangwu. So get as far as you can.
Ogre tyrant.
Over here, we are definitely going to recruit ourselves a new butcher. Really, truly awful level 1 butcher. Farter is horrible. Cunning is less horrible. Cunning's like good. And you know what? I am going to take this here. I think we can hold on to this.
The fool's thirst is upon me.
Does it make sense to... I mean, yeah. More casualty replenishment rate is definitely good. And this is a pretty cheap upgrade. One we can certainly afford to take. I do not have any idea what we want now in terms of technology. I think all of the techs that I actually care about are gone. We still have, yeah, we still have some ogre bowls, so this is something. This is money, I guess.
Look what I got for ya.
We're trying to get away from using ogre bulls, but we're definitely going to be using Noblars forever. Alright, so that's Malgut for the turn. Grolg is ready to close a portal. Alright, we'll take it.
Ogre slew a master. Led by the moor.
Am I inside camp range yet? Yes, I am. Cool. Excellent. Yeah, I'm feeling so much better about the way this is going this time. So we have all of our spell points now. Now we start branching out into other stuff.
A fine tool of butchery.
Got plenty of camps. We got plenty of armies. We have actually pretty okay income after experiencing some difficulty on that front a couple of times.
I'm having a break.
I'll have a break after. Is it going to make me do this manually? I mean, honestly, this is a bonus stats thing. Will that save him? Nope. We're going to actually check each different. You know what? Fuck it. It's fine. We'll do the rehire thing over here instead.
Tyrant of the tribe.
And then. So, how far does Amble Peak doesn't reach over to this area? How many camps am I allowed to build? I'm allowed 2 more camps. I think I might actually have Targog fall back and put a camp in the middle of this area. Because right now there's just kind of this, like, there's this big area where we don't have replenishment when it is demon time, and it is pretty annoying.
Stomp on!
If I did it here, it would cover all the way down to the Fallen City. The area around Grimtop is still uncovered then. Yeah, that's not what we're gonna do. We're gonna place it further south. So the Mount Thug camp covers up this area. Yeah. We'll head further south and we'll drop it over there. And then I will have him show up to the Cathayan front. So Targog's army is, at this point, still just bulls. And actually, it probably will remain just bulls. So...
no one else touch it.
Just because this is like...
in charge.
This is the remedial army, to some extent. That's kind of a rough way to put it, but you know what I mean. This army doesn't have to be any good. So again, we're sort of like Magma Incarnate versus Destroyer. Does this army... Honestly, in this army, if our units are gonna be kind of crummy, the Sundering attacks is maybe actually really high value. Alright, and with all the demon portals closed, the corruption issues should sort themselves out pretty quickly.
Ogre tyrant.
I think we can go for that. Hey, Maldig can just go be annoying for experience, I guess.
The quarry cannot hide. Natural born survivor.
Yeah, that works. I do think assault units is probably more important than assault garrison. What we actually probably should do is run up here and destroy that army that's building up, or like damage them as much as possible, because they're gonna have a hard time healing, and we might be able to have the garrison just eat them for money. Og has leveled up off of closing the portal somehow, and I guess it's just grabbing spell stuff. You know, almost immortal, and I think it's fair to say he's earned it. Yeah, we'll head this way. A couple of demons we can still wipe out, I think. Speaking of...
let their flesh melt to soup. The fire mouth
finally, Vrud doesn't really have a play back here. Do I want Mistgorge? I control Yeti Peak, but I probably will never control the Veil of Titans, so I probably don't care. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to bother getting that. All right, so I'm feeling pretty secure on this Slaanesh thing. If we get to the end of this round without... Wow, how did Kairos Fateweaver win that battle? His army's tiny. If we get to the end of this round without any other armies joining us in the Slaanesh realm, I think it's probably the case that we're going to get the soul. Because at that point, if anybody enters behind us, we can just go into turbo sprint mode and definitely make it to the prince before they do. Because Greasus' army is ridiculously fast. Things are looking pretty bad for Landeng. Very overextended. Really don't even know what our ally was attempting there. Yeah, our help is desperately needed up here. We are just getting like totally swarmed with enemy agents. I do want Targog's help. I think it does make sense to go lay down that camp. And it probably would have been good if I had thought ahead and done it before we came north. Because we absolutely could have. Alright, hopefully our allies' agents can be of some use in taking control of this area back. Obviously, once Greasus returns, we're gonna focus real hard on wiping out the Tzeentchian presence in this area. Actually, because of where Greasus is going to return, and the state the army's probably going to be in when that return occurs, it probably would be a really good idea for us to hold the Volary as a place for Greasus to run to immediately when he comes back. Damn it, Jufbar. Really? Must you?
You're on my good side.
This is not valuable enough. Well, if Jufbar just has the one army, I think our garrison will hold, probably. Although, honestly, we could probably just wait them out. Alright, irrelevant factions getting totally wrecked. And we remain alone. So we may as well just do this. Moving through these eats up your entire movement anyway. So every unit in the army except for one is going to be back at full health, and honestly, we might be able to make it to the next portal while still remaining in encampment mode. Okay, Malgot just has to make it back home.
Is mine.
Did we... Huh.
God magic is real magic.
The answer is yes, we did have enough movement that we should be allowed to recruit. Is it gonna... No, interesting. It's not going to let me move back to normal movement, even though we do have... Like, we have plenty of movement left. Weird. That's not how that's supposed to work. So...
My gut
Can I please...
is law.
There we go.
Oh, vulnerable. I'm boss, and that's that.
Alright, a few turns left until we can do the upgrades we want there. So I guess there's a question, right? Like, does it make more sense for Grolg to go north and start putting pressure on this? Or do we want to try to have Grolg run south and make sure that we can clean this nonsense up? This is not a real army. I don't love the idea of letting Sinch acquire a foothold up here, though. Yeah, let's just go deal with that. Okay, Targog, you're in terrible shape, my dude. But also, well, I probably need to stop and do some recruiting somewhere.
Gets me what I want.
Because if we continue to lose health like that, we're gonna have units actually dying out of the army. So first of all, allied recruitment, we have 16 points of... So yeah, okay, we could trade out the Jade Warriors for Celestial Dragon Guard. Maybe we do just stand still for 2 turns. And in those 2 turns, I mean, I think I just want to get Noblars, right? But we do have fast recruitment. Since we're near the camp, we could upgrade this army a little bit. I don't think I'm going to.
Make sure I don't die.
I don't want to pay the extra upkeep, you know? And that's not really what we're using Targog's army for anyway. So actually, I guess, if we really want to maximize here, we do that recruitment next turn. So we're not paying their upkeep for an extra turn that we don't actually need them.
Lay out my grievous.
It would be really neat if we could keep this thing safe until it actually finished upgrading.
Now is not that time.
Alright, gonna do my level best to hold on to the Volary here.
They will know burning agony.
Come on.
An exhilarating triumph.
Excellent news. Each agent we kill over here slightly lowers the chance of Og dying horribly at level 19, right at the threshold of immortality. I guess I'm going to pull you back. You can't actually have any effect on the army here, but you can scout behind them and make sure nothing else is coming. Help me figure out if I actually need to build a defensive force. And I guess Vrud's job, now that we know this area is safe, Vrud's job is just to come up here and help us fight Cathay. Do I want to start like a small crappy army right here, just like a temporary army? I guess I don't have any money right now. Never mind, not actually on the table. Yeah, that army from Jufbar is going to be really annoying, actually. Because if our garrison can't beat them straight up when they arrive, then they're going to be able to slowly starve us down. And it's going to take such a long time for any of my armies to get into position to do anything about it. I guess if I can win another battle at some point in the near future, so we get another big infusion of money, we can use it to hire a temporary army. It wouldn't need to be very big. It just needs to be somebody who can push them off of the settlement. And then once we've done that, if we can get them to fight and we can kill them, we can just disband the army immediately afterward. Honestly, the more I think about it, though, the more I think it's going to be very hard for us to have the money necessary to do that. Well, you know what? Okay, that's an allied army that's near Karak-Azor. We could probably we can ask them. See if they'll show up. They probably won't, because commanding our allies never goes very well for us, but we can hope. Oof, yeah, the vampires are losing ground rapidly. This looks terrible. Everybody who wants to ally with me is just a total pushover. What a weird move. Did that Jufbar army go into underway movement, move like 3 inches forward? That's sure what it looked like.
Yourself useful to the overtime.
What's your deal? I don't even know what it... Okay. I mean, sure. I don't think that's the name of the person who leads the Chaos Warriors faction, but whatever. Maybe this is a different... I guess so, right? This... Well, no, this could be Archaon's people. I don't know. Whatever. It doesn't matter. A thing that is kind of a bummer about our current situation is we just have this, like, we have a huge amount of stuff happening in our home territory all around us that's going to demand us to take a lot of actions and stuff. But the only thing we're doing that's actually important in terms of, you know, the game is Greasus. And it takes like 2 seconds to do Greasus's actions every turn.
If it moves, eat it. What alone, ogres?
Yep, just go ahead and stay in roving camp mode. We must move on. We must not even read the deal. Okay, we're probably going to have to go into normal movement mode pretty soon, but we're going to be very healthy by the time we do.
Gets me what I want. Who can I boss around next? Make sure I don't die, right?
All right, that'll do. That army's in pretty good shape next turn. Okay, Grulg cannot quite do the thing right now, so we probably want to do a little ambush creep.
The more guides us.
And we're well within... Yeah. We are definitely well within camp range. Huh. I was supposed to have 30%. Okay. Well, if I can't hide, I guess we'll just stand a little closer to the road.
Obey me or your dinner.
Alright, Targog does that. Golf does...
The great Moors command. Conceal your mass.
Just see if we can bait them.
Hunter. All a prey. Thrill of the hunt.
Okay, cool.
No scum.
So lots of Chaos Marauders. That's pretty good news for us. Chaos Marauders are not going to do a great job against ogres.
World's end.
In theory, their high degree of armor piercing and stuff is cool generally, but it's not very useful against us. And then on top of that, those units are just going to collapse under a charge, basically immediately. I don't really know that it makes sense for Og to go anywhere, and we certainly can't attempt an assassination.
Roll out.
Oh, I see. They moved past the settlement is what they did. So that they could be spiteful assholes. That makes sense.
Don't think so.
This is like a comically terrible army, too. But it'll be sufficient to take down that camp. And we definitely cannot afford to, like, actually put garrisons on these camps. We're barely managing as it is with the armies. So we're just going to lose that camp and then rebuild it again. All right. You.
Moors the queen.
Ah, you're the faction I just... Shoot. That's the faction we just made friends with. Next turn we could call for a target. Well, this is really annoying then.
Fire priest.
And I guess that is exactly where Targog is going. Never mind that silly idea I had about being able to put a second army up in Cathay. We've never been able to keep one up there for very long, have we? Anytime it looks like we're going to make real progress against the northern provinces, all of the other factions in the world unite against us. Okay, they are successfully murdering people, but they're not successfully murdering me, which is something. Here comes the Storm Dragon. Never mind. There goes the Storm Dragon. So I think this coming turn is the turn where I want to establish the camp with Targog. We're going to lose a tier 3 camp and gain a camp that has no income, which is pretty rough. I probably don't want to fight at all in the Demon Realm if I don't have to. What's your deal? Money? Yeah, but money for a thing I don't want. So the question now is it worth spending the 10 resolve still, or the 10 allegiance, to ask for targeting assistance? I think the answer is yes.
Large and in charge.
Yeah, this army is such a fucking joke. But they do have their dwarf teleporter. 18 units of miners. The good news is even Targog's army will have an easy time dealing with that. And every settlement we have in the area is really well defended. The bad news is we lost several hundred gold per turn there. And I guess now that Targog has made it so that our southeastern corner is safe, when he repels this army, he can just go all the way to Jufbar and burn that down as well. It doesn't matter if his army is bad as long as we only use him to fight massively economically inferior opponents. Okay, the siege has begun. I'm hoping that we can get one good assault off there and then just have our garrison ride out and kill them.
The exile. They'll fall into my traps.
We can win this, probably. I mean, our troops are bad, low level, with no legendary lord to buff them or anything. But his troops are also bad. I think we can just win this. I really wish that hero action had gone successfully. But if we do win this, they just delivered a bunch of money directly to our door, which I really appreciate. Yeah, let's try it. Because either we're going to win this right now, or I guess that's a weird way to start the sentence. Where I'm going with this is the best shot we'll ever have at this. Just get the prospects just get worse and worse for us every turn. There is, I suppose, an argument to be made that if we took a single turn of attrition damage from the siege, and then we did our hero action next turn and it actually worked, it might cause them to take more damage than we took, but I don't feel confident that that's how that would go. And I would have to feel pretty confident. But this is a bunch of relatively soft units. This is a real, these are proper Chaos Knights. That's a real dangerous cavalry unit. These guys are missile cavalry who will be annoying, but probably not actually, well, they might be dangerous. We're definitely going to want to bring down the Hell Cannon pretty quickly. And then, cycle charges and whatever. So, how do we want to use the Noblars here? How heavily armored is a Hell Cannon? Not very. My plan could be to use the stealthiness of these trappers against that Hell Cannon. Just like have them position... Oh, that's right. They have to be outside of the white area. And on this map, the white area goes all the way to crappy terrain on every side. All right, we're going to try something weird here. Maybe they'd be better off. Maybe what we actually want to do is use the Mornfang cavalry for that and keep these units around to throw knives at the Great Weapon Chaos Marauders, who are basically naked. I'm going to do it this way. Okay, so I don't know that it makes a lot of sense for us to do anything other than run at them. We don't have enough like Noblars to like catch their attack and then wrap our ogres around the edges. So I think we just do ogre charges straight on, face to face. I think that's going to go pretty well for us in most of these cases. The Chaos Knights are the only place where I think that's dangerous at all. Try to have the most heavily armored units go after the Chaos Knights. And then, yeah, on this side, I want you to try to get around. You charge there. We have a fair amount of anti-infantry stuff. Not as much as I would like, if I'm honest. I don't know what to do with you. Just kind of get up there. Yeah, you just kind of get up here. And then, unfortunately, no real spells. Yeah, don't know exactly what I'm going to do with him. And let's hope this isn't one of the instances where the AI acts like it knows where my units are already. Yeah, that Hell Cannon is potentially going to do a lot of really rough damage to us. The Hell Cannon projectile is large, high damage, armor piercing, and homing. It just plain does not miss. So we really do need to limit the amount of time that we are spending outside of combat here.
Where's me master?
Are these guys... Okay, these guys are pretty poorly armored, but they do have shields on.
Good plan.
Trying to stay mostly out of throwing weapon range here.
Rampage.
It is interesting how little they're trying to play defense.
Here we go.
When do we eat?
Boss says so. Thundering fall.
All right. I'm a little surprised. I guess it makes sense that that's the unit that the... here, we're going to break off and do that. That's the unit the Hell Cannon targeted, because it is the unit that their melee troops are going to have a fair amount of trouble with, probably. Let's see if we can actually get the Firebelly to just run through the enemy line. There is like a little gap over here, it feels like.
Killing time.
And it would be nice to be able to shoot fireballs at them from the back.
Firemouth's priest.
Or to use the fireballs to, like, attack these units.
Serve the ogres.
Alright, most of their great weapon dudes are folding immediately. No big surprise.
Leg it.
But did no damage. Alright. Unfortunately, in other places where they have more real units, like the Chaos Trolls are pretty, they're pretty soft targets, but it's probably gonna cost us a lot of ogres to get the job done on those. Let's try to keep you guys on. These are monstrous infantry, so we should still get our anti-infantry bonus. The Chaos Knights got enveloped real bad and are suffering. Yeah, you don't actually have to hit them, just make sure you're staying close enough to... Make sure you're staying close enough to keep them running. Did I? Oh, I accidentally grabbed the Iron Fists in there. And as more of our units get into the fight here, I think we're going to drop a Drop a massacre.
Iron fists! Muncher! Hungry!
Alright, I think we can just ignore them, actually. But we also probably don't need more ogres over here. Like, it's probably not actually any utility. So I guess give chase. Those ones ran close enough that they're probably actually going to get killed. You lot to keep trying to do that. And yeah,
When do we eat?
stay on them until that break is permanent.
Meat.
Hungry!
Looking for meat! It's happening! Roast! Take it all!
I ain't no gobbo!
Okay, hell cannon's down.
Done!
These Chaos Knights are pretty heavily armored, so the knife throwing is not going to be super valuable.
Child of the void!
But also, I just don't think that those units have a good play left anymore. Defense buff self. Okay,
Take it all!
Crusher!
most of their breaks have become permanent.
Guts out, boys!
Unfortunately, it looks like their lord is just going to stay in forever. And also, he seems like he might be invulnerable.
Guts out, boys!
My units literally don't have the stats necessary to hit him.
Tribe on the move!
Hungry!
Cavalry! Meal time!
Are they faster than I am? They have 90 speed. The Mornfangs... Well, the Mornfangs only have 75, but... Never mind. I was going to say, I don't think they'll be able to turn around in time to avoid the initial charge, so that's good. So that was nice of them. This army's probably not worth a ton of money because the units in it are pretty basic, aside from the Hell Cannon. But still, it's something, and we could use every bit we can get, having just lost that camp, until we are reestablished. And then, yeah, if this settlement actually holds up until Greasus comes out, I think we're going to be really glad that we have it, because it's going to be a pretty good place to launch our Scourge of Tzeentch campaign. And then sitting in the Volary is like a pretty good move for Greasus in the long term, because we know a portal appears directly outside of it. We can definitely get there with a single movement. So we can get to the Forge of Souls as quickly as possible. And you know, it is striking me that we have not seen any of those armies of soul grinders that were supposed to show up. Maybe it's a thing that only happens if you allow the portals to actually spit out armies. The armies that are near your stuff come out with soul grinders in them or something.
Why don't you just eat us? Never!
Okay, yeah, they're doomed. So great news there. Let's go ahead and move a little bit faster.
No food till you get there. Come on, faster!
Alright, don't have any enemy armies anywhere near us, so the path looks pretty clear for the moment. You probably aren't needed over there. We could head up toward Shilong. Xenuan probably has that for the moment, but, you know, if an army shows up from the north, that could turn around real fast.
Survivor of the flame trial. They will know burning agony.
More than a little nervous about that. Or we could go west. There are armies over here that need to be fought. But I feel like refocusing the enemy on this part of their land is probably, in the long term, the better
No
strat.
time for supper, ogre tyrant.
Okay, one more turn until we can pursue money upgrades there.
I bleed magma.
Oh, man, I'm dropping stuff because I'm clumsy. Hopefully that wasn't too loud.
Crush and cleave.
Pyrrhic, huh? Feels like this one should be totally free, but fine, I'll take Pyrrhic.
Your hunger guide you.
And the thing is, I don't think we actually want this. I'm just gonna burn it. Yeah, I don't care about that settlement. I just don't want them to have it. Are we? Yes, we are inside camp range. Awesome. So, Spite wins again. Great news. What is the next thing? What is your army made up of? So actually, Best Eaters would be really good here. The way we put this together. Yeah, let's maybe start redlining.
A fine tool of butchery.
That seems good. Targon is going
Tyrant
to
gets
finish
the
a bull charge, regardless of how bad it is. Definitely going to need come and get it.
Tyrant of the tribe. March.
Can't believe this area is still... Yeah. I guess we don't have a very leveled up corruption building here. So that's part of it. Am I allowed to drop the camp right here?
The tribe.
I'm not. I'm a little too close to the settlement. If I did drop it around here, it would reach to almost Krakatoa. I think I want to drop it just south of Grimtop. So it does reach down there and it fills up most of this area. And then, you know, you only have to make it to here before you're in range of that camp. So we'll do that next turn. This settlement is huge, so we can't really trap Kairos inside of his area. What we can do is just sit here.
Ain't gonna roll over.
We definitely want to max that out. And I guess this as well.
I'll scald their feet. An exhilarating triumph.
All right, and his level of block army is nice and high, so that should slow them down while we're waiting for Targog to get the hell over here.
A new direction.
Okay. I think we're going to just bank some money because we have upgrades that we want to pursue next turn. So we'll replace our lost camp and then hopefully...
To decide.
Ooh. You know what? At this point, I will take the peace treaty, actually. Yeah, I've got you on the back foot enough. The $2,000 will actually be really helpful. I feel pretty comfortable with that. That does mean that we might want to relocate Grog. It might be faster for Grog to get down to... Or that's Gofk? How do you even tell the difference, right? Whichever one that is up in the north, it might be faster for them to get down to where those dwarves are than it is for Targog to run all the way across the Empire. Granted, there's danger in leaving our northern front undefended because you can never tell when a Chaos army, particularly a Tzeentchian army, is just going to break the peace treaty and decide to attack you anyway because they think they see an opening. I'm a little worried about how far south that one Northern Province's army is getting, the one with the other ogre player's chasing, because he's not going to catch up with it. And it is getting, like, pretty close to the camp outside of Mount Thug. We might actually want Targog to run back north for the purpose of defending that and let the army that was blocking Siege handle the southwest corner. Oakenhammer's not so far away. We can probably make it there. Okay, it's kind of what I was hoping they would do.
The tome warns me.
All right. Well, nothing I can do about it right now, actually. Or rather, I'm doing everything I can. Okay, so the next portal area is over here, but Melchior has blocked it. And Soul Screamer's blocking the other one, so they are going to make us fight. They spawned... They spawned enough armies in that we were going to have to
Oh, the
fight.
tyrant knows best.
Is that... Are you fully blocking the thing? Oh, maybe... Okay, it won't let me move into the space there. Even though I should be able to.
Always wins.
Alright, we'll fight. This is annoying because it's going to mean we have to heal. But they'll give us a Pyrrhic victory with no deaths. If I put everybody on it, nothing changes? Nothing changes. Well, I'm not going to feast because in general, feasting seems to increase the damage we take. I did not mean to do that manually. Well, whatever. We'll get a better result doing it manually. But I definitely, in my brain, I was like, all right, let's auto-resolve this. I'm not too worried about this. This looks like it should be pretty straightforward. A lot of chariots, which is probably pretty good for us because they're... I mean, not to put too fine a point on it, chariots are just kind of bad in this game, I think. And the only thing they're really good at fighting is small massed infantry. In theory, you could have a chariot heavy cavalry unit that's able to do the same thing to heavy infantry, but like none of them are going to be good at fighting ogres. And because they are generally small count units with very poor HP, they're going to get absolutely shredded by the man-eaters. I really have no idea what you are intended to do with a chariot. They don't seem to be good at anything, including the thing that they're like theoretically for. Okay, that seems like a pretty good distance. I'm gonna put these down manually because the game will put them down in a very irresponsible way.
I'll smell ya! Iron God!
We're gonna move these after we start the battle.
Hunter! Tyrant of tyrants!
Okay.
Man-eater pistols! Looking for me! Here I go!
I just didn't move my... Totally forgot you were over there, friend. Yep, pretty good. Just let the Iron Belchers do their thing for a minute here.
Spreading fire!
Are they really just going to run back and forth and let me do this? That doesn't seem like a real strategy. I guess they're evading some amount of the fire by moving back and forth constantly. That's something.
Flaming footsteps!
That's half of a plan. Like, step 1, take only some damage instead of all damage. Step 2, question marks. Step 3, Does feel like my iron blasters are maybe fixating on the wrong targets right now. That looks a little better. There we go. Yeah, shoot at the infantry. I think they were shooting at this unit of Chaos Furies before, which is simultaneously like the hardest thing for them to hit and the thing we care least about.
When do we eat? Many us! Munch Iron God! Find the mill! Bring us meat! Let's go, boys!
Okay, let's have some of these units convert to melee. I do wish that we could trust them to take a multi-order path that ends with an attack order, and I could just specify the move in like that. But as we unfortunately know from a lot of experience, they simply will not obey the last order in the attack chain if it is an attack. Or in the order chain, rather, if it is an attack. Alright, so they sent their big monster to an area that is different than the one that I wish they had sent it to. But I think we're going to be just fine. Yeah, try to catch the Heartseekers if you can, I guess. And I'm actually going to have... This thing doesn't really have armor, right? Yeah, just everybody throw knives at it.
Many us! Iron God! Crush 'em! Many a pistols! Me! Follow the fire! Take it all!
Let's Croesus. Okay, we're getting kind of close. It's probably time to start firing stuff. I probably want to wait until we're a little closer to hit any of the rest of it. I want to make sure I'm involving the Iron Guts here.
Them alive!
You are doing the wrong thing there, friend.
The whole master! Over tyrant going!
Oh my god, the units getting stuck on each other is one of my least favorite things in the game. No attempt is being made to, like, maneuver around each other sensibly or anything. They're just gonna hang out on top of each other. Okay, this is going very smoothly already. So I may not want to do the thing I was planning on doing. Let's make you tough enough to hang. I mean, these demonettes are dead already. These demonettes over here have actually managed to really damage some of these units. Maybe we need to click and relocate your fire. We can throw a thunderstorm down on them as well. Hopefully that'll help. I guess actually, yeah, do this.
The tracker.
Get out of the way more quickly. That thunderstorm's not very good, is it?
When do we eat? Find a meal! Ogres!
Okay, I mean, it gets to be a lot of damage by the time it's done. It lasts a little bit longer than I was expecting.
Manning the pistols! Consider it done!
Alright, let's fire into the flanks there. Actually,
Alive!
you can probably help quite a bit with this situation. Alright, mostly one on this side. Is the... Wow, wait, did the Keeper of Secrets die already? No, it just disengaged and Croesus didn't follow it because he has a hard time turning. It is still very funny to me how bad he is at turning. That's like a... That's a very amusing kind of difficulty to give a unit. Do we want to maybe try to fall back with the Noblars? Let's see if we can reform a little bit here.
Off I go! When supper? The old
Okay,
tyrant.
that's working.
Eternal.
All right, we took a lot of damage there. On some of our most expensive and difficult to replace units, unfortunately. I mean, I guess it's not like a huge surprise that the Iron Guts are taking a lot of damage, but this is going to slow down the acquisition of our 4th soul considerably.
Greets us, Goldtooth. For the more.
If we had taken the auto-resolve, we probably would have taken a lot more damage overall, but the most damaged units probably would not have been anywhere near that damaged. Well, I don't know. Maybe. And we could, I suppose, offer for quick recruiting and patch it up, because we're probably pretty close to being able to do that, right? Probably a couple more turns. We just, for the moment, we just keep running. And then right before we hit the battle, the big story battle, we do another offer. I mean, I would prefer to be bloody and raw for that, but... Wait a minute, 2 remaining. Who made it out? Nobody, not a single one of them had the capacity to survive a battle. How would this even be the case? Because none of these units can retreat. They're all die quickly when morale breaks. 2 of the demonettes didn't show up to battle. You know, those Slaanesh units, they get up to stuff in their off time. There's a certain portion of every Slaanesh force that's just kind of always AWOL. Nature of the beast. Yep, as ever, not even worth taking. Okay, do I have enough movement left? I do not. Well, we can at least do this. I was hoping I could go into replenishment mode. Oh, hey, we're gonna get attacked.
Rude attempt to subjugate.
He really does just spawn them wherever they would be most annoying.
Good enough, I reckon.
So I need... I guess we should finish Piercing Bolts of Burning. It's almost always the wrong spell, I feel like, but we'll go ahead and grab it.
Get it done.
Here, I'll move up to here so that he can include my army as reinforcements in his battle. And hopefully our ally actually takes the opportunity.
Bring me something's leg.
I think they're smart enough to know how to utilize a situation like this. So if we run Goff down through this way, oof, it's going to be a minute. It's going to be a considerable amount of time to reach this area. But, like, Targog has to run through this entire... I don't know. I honestly don't know.
Tyrant of the tribe.
There!
Let's come down here.
Move it. Move.
Don't argue.
Come on, you can put them down really close to settlements.
Follow the
We have
boss.
several camps right now that are extremely close to a settlement. So do I think...
Leader of the tribe.
Do I think it's going to make the most sense for us to bring Targog over there, or does Targog want to just go back north? And I guess, actually, these guys are getting pretty far south in Western Province's territory, but they're still not actually anywhere near my camp. So maybe I don't need to be stressed about that. All right.
Obey me.
Targog is headed west. I mean, we are going to need something over here when the next roar happens. Well, no, we're probably not. What am I talking about? When the next roar happens, we win the game before any demon armies spawn. So, I kind of might just let you...
The meat will
Where's the edge of the reinforcement area?
Tyrant of the tribe.
Okay, I am currently at it. I think I'm just going to hang out for a turn with this army.
A new direction. Emissary of the war.
Probably 2 turns, actually. Just go to full health.
The great wars come by.
So does Goff just... Oh, I guess, actually, we have a pretty good run here.
March on for
Yeah,
the
I don't know.
war.
If we both run,
Guided by
we'll just see what happens. Wouldn't be the worst thing in the world for this, for that side of the Empire to have 2 armies on it, right?
Slaughtermaster. Seeking ingredients.
Okay, run as fast as possible.
Worry shall suffer. Lord and in charge.
Okay, pretty great news, actually. And Maldig did manage to get a level up, despite his tremendous incompetence. Okay, it's coming along.
I've trapped mammoth.
Og is capable of doing... Wow, they are really having at me here.
I serve only the House of Secrets.
They will blister and burn.
Well, that's not great news. A success there would almost certainly have made him level 20. So obviously that's what I was really hoping for.
An inferno shall slow their path.
Alright, just keep harassing them there, and then we should be able to upgrade the money-making structure here
Ogre tyrant.
from 840 to 1120. Definitely worthwhile. Is there a point really in upgrading that? No. We don't even have an army near this anymore. What about Titan's Notch? Okay, Titan's Notch can also take an upgrade. Great news. And to be perfectly honest, Titan's Notch probably also should have a camp pot. Like a lot of our fighting happens near this camp. Surprising amount of it, actually. Then I think we just bank for the moment. Yeah, I definitely don't want to do that. I was kind of hoping it was going to be an outpost with the vampires. And if the Volare region wants to just rebel over and over again, it can just be a source of money for us, which is pretty cool. Damn it, my new butcher immediately gets wounded out because the northern provinces has like 7 agents in this area. Yep, it's gonna be nonstop agent nonsense. We might have to pursue additional hunters and try to permanently kill some of these guys. Join your war against the oracles for 2,000. You know what? No, thank you. A Pyrrhic victory, is it? I mean, it's fine by me. Got ourselves a scroll of power we don't care about. using some advanced definition of Pyrrhic up here that I'm not familiar with. So we are going to get attacked, and that sucks. Our army's probably going to be in pretty rough... Oh. They didn't attack us. We're definitely in that other army's range. Okay, I'm very surprised by that. Well, that being the case, hopefully we can have our army together enough to do the final area battle pretty quickly. We don't need everybody to be at full health or anything because we can take it so easy on our units in the early stages. So honestly, we have to do some healing, but it's not probably all that much. So many agents. We've reached the part of the game where all of the AI players have agent capacities in the double digits for each of their agent types, probably. And you just see so many. Okay. Tiny rebellion in the eastern steppes. Drug the Muscle was merely wounded. Franklin's gone to war with us, but, like, how could it possibly matter? Where was that? Yeah. We still have some bowls. This will do something.
My gut is
Okay. So, we have a plan. We have the ability to carry out our plan. We have a situation that we do probably need to flee from here. Out of curiosity. Okay.
meal time.
We can encamp and still make it to the portal. That's pretty handy. I mean, we know we're going to do that. Nope. Nope. That's not at all what I was trying to do. The default assumption for the game should be that you are not trying to move a unit out of the army that it's in. It's a bizarre assumption. Okay, well, since we spent a bunch of the Firebelly's movement, then whatever, fuck it, it's fine.
None but Slanesh.
So this army's remarkably slow, and we were not quite within its actual attack range. I don't really understand why its movement is so poor, but maybe I'm just having my expectations kind of bent by how good Greasus is at moving. We should also remember to re-equip. You need a weapon. Okay. So we do have a giant blade free. We have an obsidian blade as well. Let's give you the obsidian blade. Make sure melee attack's high enough that you probably don't... Yeah, you don't need a weapon that has attack on it. And we can pursue more attack for you. From the yellow line anyway. Well, here's 5 points of melee attack right there. And we got a really, like, a crazy amount of XP for this battle. I'm not sure at all why. Let's finish off Healthy Appetite, and then we'll figure out what to do with skill points after that. I mean, it's a big battle, but it's not... I don't know. I'm very surprised that it is a 3 levels for the army leader kind of battle, because it was just a garrison plus half an army. So, what do I want to do now? I mean, we may as well just spawn a new butcher, right? Like, there's no sense waiting for the old one to come back, except for the fact that all the new ones have garbage traits.
Survivor of the flame trial. Let their flesh melt to soup.
Let's take this nerd out.
An exhilarating triumph.
What would I have to build at this camp
The boss.
to be able to hire a hunter? You know, it might be worth it to increase our hunter capacity. Although I guess we're over hunter capacity now, right? So I'd have to do those in 2 different camps, which we can do, in order to be able to hire 1 more hunter. Yeah, that can totally happen. I was fully intending to stop, but I guess I'm like pretty deep in this turn already, so I guess let's finish it. think the last Sky Castle is all that critical in terms of like allocating upgrades. So what do I want to do here? Do we want to keep trying to push? We are rapidly reaching the northern corner of the map. I mean,
Bed down and eat up.
we can
March.
creep forward on them a little bit here.
Follow the boss.
I could put down a camp up here.
Anyone want to challenge me?
You know what? I'm gonna.
Strongest boss there ever was. Ogre tyrant.
And I don't necessarily think this camp will survive very long,
Me.
but it'll provide this army with a little bit better replenishment in the interim. Maybe it gets burned down. It'll generate some money for us in the meantime either way. Alright, so Grolg is sitting still for one more turn. Targog is full sprint.
There! I said so.
The fullest.
Ogres, stomp on.
Actually out of money, like really out of money. They're just raiding us, which I don't really care about.
Roll out!
Okay. Alright, we're going to run this sequence of enemy turns, and then I'm going to stop. It's very easy to get sucked in. Oh, hey, look who it is. Kind of a weird decision. Because, like, we are definitely going to just... We're going to get there long before they could possibly... And there's no way they can even really put any pressure on us. Damn it. Damn it. All of these fucking high-level heroes who never miss. Well, I guess at least we're not paying that Firebelly's upkeep for the next 5 turns. That's something. I am excited. Like we have some momentum here, and I am excited to get this 4th. This seems fine. You're military allies with my most important ally, so you're not going to like turn on him and make it weird for me. That's cool. We'll do that. I feel like we have some momentum toward the end of the game here. I'm having to spend a lot of time managing stuff that's not the game-ending stuff, but we have good momentum, and that makes me want to keep going. That makes me want to not cut it off when we're so close. We're like halfway through this demon. Oof. Giant dwarf armies all over the place. Don't love to see a second Jufbar army, although I guess they would have the money. To be clear, the army they've sent against us, like the total upkeep cost of it, cannot be very much at all. Glugmir Bloodheim is a really good name for a Chaos Agent. Oh, Vrud's like actual dead. Well, I mean, whatever. Yep, new contracts are available. Is he proper? Yeah, he's like dead. Well, that's fine. We can hire him in. Oh, before I do anything, let's make sure we click that. It would be so annoying to lose Og at this point.
The boss. Got it.
And then can Greasus actually get where he's going this turn? Yes.
I said move.
Okay, I swear I'm stopping. This is it. Okay. That's going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. When you come back next week, we are definitely actually going to get to the bottom of this circle. We are going to get our 4th Demon Soul, and I don't think we're allowed to win the game right then. I think we have to wait till the next roar, but we're also going to do a hell of a lot of very spiteful military damage, and I'm feeling pretty great about that. And we'll see you then.